Yo, what is up everybody, it's Jack here. I'm a Shopify developer here at Section Store, and in this video I'm going to be going over how you can add a Trustpilot-Style review section, just like these examples here, to your own Shopify theme in just a couple of minutes. Adding a review section like this is really essential. Customers always look for reviews, and this style is one that they know and trust, but this option is going to allow you to install it without the monthly overhead subscription that you might find elsewhere when implementing something like this. Let's get into it. So to do this, we're going to be using the Section Store app. It's free to install and there's no app subscription, and it's just a component library of tons of different theme sections that you can use with your Shopify themes. For this, I'm going to be using Testimonial 38, and as you can see, it's $9, but this is a one-time charge. So once you buy it, you own it forever, you've paid for it, and you don't have to pay again. You can use it for as long as you like in all of your themes. Once you purchase the section, it's going to show up here under My Sections. As you can see under My Sections, we've got Testimonial 38, and to use it in your theme, just hit the Add to Theme button and select the theme that you're working with. Now it's installed in the theme, we can swap over to the theme editor. We're just going to hit Add Section, search for Testimonial 38, and add it to the page that we want to add the reviews to. You can see it adds here just like a regular Shopify section, and we customize it the same way. Just click on the section name and it's going to give you all of the settings here on the left-hand side. So these first set of settings are the overall section settings. Up the top, we've got alignment for desktop and mobile, and then positioning. Below that, we have some slider settings. So slides to show is how many of these review tiles you want to show before the customer has to use the arrows. You also have the same option, but for mobile. We then have gap settings for desktop and mobile, so you can adjust the gap between the cards. Below that is slide settings. This is mostly just styling settings for the slides. We've got padding, horizontal and vertical. We've got roundness if you want to add roundness to the corners, and a border thickness. You can also align the content left, center or right. Following that, we've got title settings. So as the name implies, this is our title here. You can use a custom font if you'd like, change the sizes, the line height, and all of your other styling options. Much the same thing for the text, custom font and all of your styling options for the text. Below that, we've got similar settings for the author. So this is the name of the reviewer that shows up down here. You can add a custom font, apply all of the styling options, and again, the same thing for date. After that, we have some arrow settings. So these are arrows that the user can click on to see more reviews. You have the option to show or hide them on desktop and mobile. You can change the size for both. The icon size, which is the little arrow within where you click on. We've got a border thickness, roundness options if you want them rounded or more square. And you have the option of a hover effect when the customer hovers over them. Below that, we have a bunch of color settings, which you should be familiar with. You have these color wheels where you can choose a color, and as you can see, we've got an option for everything, so you can customize the section to match your brand colors or your theme. First, we have slide colors here. There's also arrow colors with color wheels for the arrows, and then there's section colors here, like the background and the overall section colors. Lastly, down the bottom, we've got some larger styling options. We've got margin outside, padding inside, and section. These two here, section padding and section margin, are related to space between the edge of the section and the edge of the page. I generally recommend leaving these as they come when you install it, but if for whatever reason you want to change the spacing on the sides of the section, you can adjust these pixel by pixel to give yourself more or less space. Once you've customized all this and you're happy with how it's looking and it's matching your brand, if we go back, you'll see there's a bunch of blocks that make up the section. So we're going to customize these individually to customize all the information here. The first one is the heading. So we've got a custom text field, which is the text that's going to show up here. You can input whatever you like. You can use a custom font, style it with these toggles, and select a custom color. The next one is the rating. So this is the overall stars that show up here. Again, you have a text field, so you can input your number of reviews, all of your styling and font options. You have the option to upload a custom stars icon. If you don't like using this one, you can use one that you find on Google or that you've designed yourself. Select the stars count, or how many you want to be highlighted, how big you want them to be for desktop and mobile, and color them accordingly. Below the rating, we have the testimonial tiles. So each one of these tiles corresponds to one of these cards in the section or one review. If you need more, you can use the add section functionality and select more testimonials. And if you don't need them, you can use the delete function to get rid of them. So we're going to click on these, and this is going to allow us to customize one card. Up the top, we have the stars count. You can then add a title for the review, the text or the review that the customer's given you, or anything that you want to put in here. Put the author's name here, and then the date. If you don't want any of these for whatever reason, like the date, you can just remove it. If the field is blank, it's not going to show up. You would repeat this process as many times as you have reviews, and I think that's a great thing about these sections, is you input the reviews here so you have full control over what shows up to the customer. If you have 10 reviews, you'll repeat this process 10 times, coming in here, customizing all the information and filling out one of these cards for each customer review. Once you've gone through and added all your testimonials and you're happy with how it's looking, you can drag and drop this into position if you need it somewhere else, preview it on desktop and mobile in the theme editor, and then save the theme. And there we have it. That was a super quick tutorial on how you can add Trustpilot style reviews just like these to any Shopify page. This here, as you can see, is actually 2 sections and a third one down here. So they're highly customizable in terms of color and styling. So you can get this matching just right for your brand. Reviews are essential, especially for new brands, massive conversion booster, and something like this is a format that customers already know and trust. If you have any questions about this or any of our other sections, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, keep an eye on this channel and the app as we release more sections like this every single week.